In the next trend briefing, we look at a subject called strange days, and there are a lot of very intangible, complex trends that we're going to be examining. But if you cast your minds back 3 years and we looked at the fifth scenario, we predicted a lot of these things that were going to come about. They still are only just entering our mainstream culture or our daily walks past billboards, but increasingly those big mega systems, for instance, the Googles, the Apples, the Waybos and the Facebooks of this world, the Amazons of this world, are surrounding us. They are the gods of our retail and commercial world. So as a brand, how do you feel about engaging with them? Is it a must-have, or is it something that you tick box and say our strategy needs to be on Google? But increasingly, what can they do for you? And it's that sense of how a consumer certainly has grown up with these megasystems, is so used to having these pillars of everyday life. With Google Play now, which is the iTunes killer, and then you obviously have Weibo, which is transforming Chinese culture and Confucianism, and then you have Apple, which is a whole lexicon, and then you have Amazon that sells pretty much anything now. As soon as they start tipping that sort of, I suppose, size and greatness of their mega systems into our everyday lives, whether it's managing our energy consumption or looking after our food bills, we start to rely on them. And increasingly, there are some brands that we've never dropped on our foot. We've never dropped on Amazon, unless it's a heavy box that's been delivered. We've never dropped to Google. We're on our foot. But now increasingly, we can quantify just how important they are in our life. The emotional connection, the resource that these things are. So being gods of commerce, again, we have to think about our entry point into that landscape.